What's up everybody, Jeffrey McAvoy here. It's good of you to be back. Now here's a quick video in a pinch, straight to the point, off the bat, in reply to a viewer, Mr. Trevor Joseph, asking some information about the slipper clutch in the Traxxas TRX-4. Now he initially wanted to remove the slipper clutch and asked my opinion about it, so for what it's worth, here are my 2 cents. So what exactly is the slipper clutch? Well, simply put, it's a device which acts as a buffer in between the motor and the gearbox and everything else down the drivetrain. So that would be your differential and the portal gears. Is it something that I deem useful? Yes, absolutely. In no circumstances would you want to discard it. The slipper clutch is preset to a certain tightness to be able to work under normal conditions, but to be able to slip in case of excessive torque applied both ways. By that I mean if your motor produces too much torque than what the gearbox can physically handle, your slipper clutch is going to start slipping, protecting the internal organs of the drivetrain. Now, on the other hand, when you are flat out with your rig careening down a hard surface, say a concrete floor, for example, the friction that is generated in between the surface you're driving on and the tires is relatively high. Now, with the high drag brake rate that we set on crawlers to literally crawl up trees, you've seen me do that in the other video, haven't you? If you were to lift off suddenly the throttle, the motor will want to stall because it's programmed to do so. It'll stall and keep the vehicle in that position. So that ends up locking the rest of the drivetrain. And with the friction generated on the road surface, since the adherence is very good, you're really going to lock everything up, creating an immense amount of strain in the drivetrain of your rig. Now the slipper clutch comes into play, and the inertia which will want to keep the vehicle pushing forward will actually be able to do so with the slipper clutch slipping. So the transmission still spins while the motor is stalled, and the slipper clutch basically sort of brakes the vehicle more progressively, again protecting the mechanical organs. So definitely the slipper clutch is something that you're going to want to leave at all times in your Traxxas TRX-4, and any other rig who has that fitment is definitely something that you want to keep. It's designed to protect the mechanical organs of your rigs. So how do you properly set the slipper clutch on your rig? Well, all depends on the power of your motor and the weight of the rig itself. Electric motors develop a huge amount of torque instantly. As soon as you apply full voltage, it will respond with giving you full torque. To preserve the mechanical organs of the vehicle and the transmission, the slipper clutch is going to absorb that excessive energy until the vehicle can pick up a decent amount of speed progressively and not have a sudden amount, like a sudden jolt of torque, in crashing all the gears and creating a devastating amount of damage. Well, I might be exaggerating by saying devastating amount, but still, you are creating a huge amount of strain if your slipper clutch is not set properly. If it is set too tight, for example, it would equate to not having a slipper clutch at all. So the way to set this is to allow for a certain degree of slippage. Now you are going to really have to use a bit of a trial and error method. It's going to take you probably a couple of hours on the bench to get it right. The way I do it is I loosen the slipper clutch, take it out for a spin and see how it reacts. If you hammer down and you can hear the motor whining, but the rig is picking up very slowly, then you can tighten it up a bit. You want to have the torque applied suddenly, but the slipper clutch should be able to slip and allow the transmission to work in a progressive manner so as to preserve the mechanical side of things. So that's it about slipper clutches, down and dirty, straight to the point. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more. There's definitely more coming that way. And I have another little surprise for you guys, is something new in this box. Now I've tricked out this TRX-4 pretty much to the max. It is packed to the rafters with upgrades and improvements, some of them bought off the shelves, some of them my own. Lately I've added the Super Scale active suspension system, which is insanely effective, and an oil-filled gearbox, which has had a lot of success, and I know that people are waiting that I'm able to market these. That is something very time consuming and rather complicated to put into place. So that's definitely coming along. If you have been watching my channel long enough, you'll definitely be aware that this thing really is decked out. So I have been on the market for something new. My birthday is coming up in a couple of months, so hopefully I'll be able to get something new by then. And while we wait, I have already bought something new that I'm going to review, and I'm going to deck the crap out of this thing as well. So just by looking at the box, can you guess what's in it? If you can, just let me know in the comments. I will read through all of them. My patrons are already in the know, so thank you a lot to them for making all these videos possible, of course. And in any case, I will be catching you in the next videos. This is going to be something very interesting for some more RC related content. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll be catching you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody. Goodbye.